Welcome to another edition of the Lake Flow. Mr. South Bay, Chase Patterson. We're here to do a top 10. We're here to do an introductory video. This one goes out to JSM. JSM's been doing a lot of videos. I watch his videos all the time. It's about time that we start talking about not only his videos being so good, but the comments. We really enjoy the comments. So, Chase, what do you say for this show? We do the top 10 of the comments on the defense video from the Nick game. You interested?
Yeah, very interested.
Okay, let's go to the opening of the show. Okay, welcome back. Right to it. Number 10. That goes to me. This is it's at King Angel 3252. That's King Angel 3252. The Lakers are an extremely mid team. Until they show me otherwise, they're no more than a round 2 exit. I hope y'all can bring King James his 5th ring. I'm tired of being disappointed and decided to just temper my expectations. Well, I think tempering your expectations is a good idea because LeBron is a really individual type of player. He's great at passing, but we call it the LeBron fence for a reason. It's very difficult to win a championship. Cat's meowing. It's very difficult to win a championship when things aren't always right. So I think a round 2 exit is kind of premature. I get you think we're a mid team, but we went to the Western Conference Finals last year after starting out like and forever. So I think what we need to understand with our expectations is that we get to the playoffs. That's where the Lakers really shine, and that's where they should be judged when there's championship actually physically currently on the line in a play-in, playoff, play-in tournament scenario. And I think that's when you'll see the Lakers. I hope we can get our 5th ring for James, for LeBron too. But it takes a lot of pieces to get a championship. You know what I mean? So that's what I had for number 10. Number 9 goes to you, Chase. This one is from Armando Morata. See, there's no need to trade in the absence of Vando. There is a need for LBJ and AD to step up in any manner for this team to succeed. Chase, your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with that fully. There's no reason to trade at all. Vando is he's getting injured because of his ankle, but he'll be fine. But AD and LeBron need to step up a lot more on defense and offense and stop trying to get the ball themselves and focus to get other people instead of themselves.
So I think that's constantly. We've always talked about this constantly, is that it needs to be a team sport, all 5. And you saw that when AD and LeBron were out against the Celtics, and what happened?
Yeah, without LeBron and AD, they look more, they're moving the ball more and everything else. It just looks like a great team. That's really what I want to see out there more.
So I know Armando Morata he's saying that AD and LeBron need to step up a lot, but these aren't guys that step up on a nightly basis. They pick their moments. And so that may be an expectation that's just doesn't make sense.
It's not going to be there much.
Of course, if they played every day great, the Lakers would do great, but they're not built like that. So that's not what they do. In LA, we're stars. They play like stars. They act like stars. They show up like stars. You know, that's who they are. Okay, number 8 goes to me. And that will be at Mike T7191. Mike T7191. He's talking to JSM. He says, I enjoy your vids, JSM, but nothing is ever consistent with this team. They can look like this New York Knicks game and give up 40-point quarters in the next. I still have no faith or confidence in this team. Confidence this team is there at all. And I think it comes down to who shows up. We had this conversation before. Who shows up? Is it the LA Lakers, Instagram team, or is it the LA Lakers basketball team? And
Yep.
If you ever go to a Laker game, I go to a lot of Laker games. If you go to a Laker game, you have to understand it's the greatest place to cut a deal next to the golf course. There's a lot of business going on at crypto, lots. And not everything is a basketball win. Sorry. It's a business, and you can make a lot of money outside the business too. And being on the court is great leverage for these guys to do business. 7. And that's from at Tom Mosine 888. Tom Mosine 888. Lakers will not be great defensively because their best two defenders, AD and LBJ, don't have consistent effort defensively. LBJ is so old that it's kind of crazy to expect that, but AD needs to be the best defender in the league, which he can easily be. LBJ needs to step up the effort for a bit, and everyone will follow. Well, I agree with that.
Yeah. No, I fully agree, but AD, LeBron are not the best defenders of the Lakers, I say. They're good, but they're not the best. They don't always try on defense, and I think they got to improve on that and step up, both of them. Like what he said, AD's got to step up and cause more people to step up with him.
Well, when LeBron starts to play, everybody starts to play.
Yeah.
When LeBron gets excited, everybody gets excited. So really, you just got to get LeBron excited, which I don't understand why there's not more players dancing. I think who left this comment was Tom Mosine 888. I think this brings to mind for me the reaction, which would be, why isn't there more dancing and singing and interaction and fun on the court? I don't understand why it's not there.
Yeah.
And these guys, if they can't even be on the court, if they're not going to get any play time, I mean, I think you remember a center by the name of JaVale McGee, who would just go crazy whether he got minutes or not on the bench.
Yep.
And that's what kept the guys going. And I just don't think there's enough. I don't think the young guys are expressing themselves enough. And the Lakers definitely don't let stars get outshined by other guys. But I think D'Lo needs to start dancing and singing and getting all excited. And he's done well enough to push that.
I think that leads into them being rookies. It's just the fear of two big stars who've been in the game for a while leads them to not really know if they can dance or have fun on the bench.
Well, they need to step it up because whatever they're doing, it's not enough. It's just not enough.
Yeah.
Okay, here's one I love talking about. Number 6, from at Hoop Promoto, PRMOTO. I like that. Hoop Promoto 5669. Not to take anything away from the Lakers, but it helped that Anunoby and Randall didn't play tonight. And what I want to tell Hoop Promoter or Promoto, what I want to let him know is that you go into battle with the people you go into battle with. And you battle.
Yeah.
Anybody who talks about, well, this guy wasn't there and that guy wasn't there, it's a battle. If you're not there, you're not there. You shouldn't be mentioned.
Yep.
Because these guys are going out putting their backs and their hips and their shoulders and their ankles on the line, playing at lightning fast speeds. And you got to understand, man, like what's really important is longevity. And if you don't play right, you won't be there. Not only will you be there not during a regular season game, but you'll miss postseason games, which means that you got to take care of your body better, which unfortunately is what LeBron does better than anyone. And so know LeBron will be in the playoffs. He'll be there. He'll always show up.
Yep.
Maybe it's time. Go ahead.
I think these players just need to get used to getting in the battle and not getting injured. They just need to get battle through the injury too. That's one thing the Lakers need to really do.
A lot of guys don't battle through injuries anymore.
Yeah, they're just all soft now. It's like kind of not out of. I remember the Lakers being.
Kobe Bryant played through some amazing stuff, and we all loved him for that. Statue is going up in a couple days, so we're going to find out what that's going to look like. We'll definitely do a show on that. Okay, this is from Dre 5908.
Yeah, Dre 5908. Yeah.
Can we talk about how much LeBron, he capitalized much. Let's talk about how much LeBron was buying in on defense. He can't do it as much as he used to, but when he fully commits defensively, he's still a beast. Those defensive possessions by him were giving me chills, man. I can't even lie. Chills.
Yeah. Yeah, LeBron was doing pretty good on defense, and I think if he keeps this up and the other team starts recognizing this, it'll help the team more, and this will help them with a better record throughout the season. And when LeBron plays defense, it's kind of worried because how big he is and how much he can move too.
Well, they
It's like,
call him king for the reason, right? He can play everything. He can do it all. And when you test the king, that's when you find out why he's the king. And just still a big shout out to Magic Johnson for getting him to the team. I don't know what we would have done without LeBron after Kobe passed. So it's really nice to have him, and he's a double-edged sword.
yeah,
But
it's once in a while. It's once in a while it's a double-edged sword.
All these questions keep coming back to the same thing, and I think we discovered it is the bench mob needs to be more active. They need to go crazy.
Yeah, that's what it is. Is they need more minutes. I think what they need to do is they know LeBron's not playing defense. They just need to get him out of there and let the bench play.
You know what's wrong with that? Every time I see LeBron miss a basket, I see him stop and complain to a ref and do something else and look at a camera and look at a fan. And all that time, he should be running back and we'd be fine. So if he's tired, recognize it, pull him out. If he doesn't come out, that's a different story. Okay, on to me for number 4. Tangier, I guess that's a 0-0. Maybe that's like a 00 reference. I don't know, but Tangier 0-0. Just give more minutes to Hayes. That's funny. It's what you just said. Just give more minutes to Hayes when AD is out. At least he's defending the basket. So is that a cut on Christian Wood on the small ball lineup, or is that a compliment to Hayes?
I think it's a compliment to Hayes because Hayes actually did really good that game. He was doing amazing. Was that double?
See those 14 points coming. I didn't see the consistency. I didn't see the rim protection. He put it all together at Madison Square Garden. Look, again, maybe this wasn't a championship, but it mattered because it was MSG. Yeah. And when something matters, going back to all these other questions, when something matters to LeBron, it matters to everyone.
Yeah, and that's the big thing about the team. LeBron runs that team, I swear.
It really, I'm telling you, I bet you Darvin is like, all right, LeBron, let's get you rested, and he'll be like, I'm good.
Yeah, and Darvin's like, oh, my bad. Yep, stay out, my bad.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't blame Darvin for that. You know what I mean? Like, take control. There's no taking control of LeBron. Okay. Yeah. What's your next one?
Yeah, my next one is Defense Wins Championships by Edwin Ayers at 956. I agree with this. Defense does win championships.
Do you know where that part? You know where that came from?
I do not know where that came from.
Okay, originally came from Pat Riley, the Lakers Showtime 80s coach, championship coach.
Yeah.
It was a little bit different than that. And I believe that's what he's referencing. He is right. Defense does help win championships, but the quote was, offense wins headlines, defense wins games, rebounding wins championships. Now, let me ask you a question as a basketball player. You're 6'2", just like I am. What wins more championships, defense or rebounding?
In my opinion, it would have to be rebounding. Rebounding, it's the main thing. If you don't get that rebound, they're going to get a second chance. If you get the rebound, you can get a second chance.
And you'll be too tired to play defense. So defense wins games is the quote from Pat, not defense wins championships. But I can understand how with the lack of defense in this generation, that defense could be construed as winning championships. But if the Lakers played perfect defense and gave up 25 offensive rebounds, they're not going to win the game.
No, agree with that fully.
Right.
But I think the Lakers just need to play more defense on this.
You know, and how do you do that without Vando? You know, and the answer is you play hustle ball. This is why Laker fans miss having Josh Hart. Did you see Josh Hart in that Knick game? Just everywhere, doing everything. He still can't shoot, but he does everything else. So,
Yeah.
all right. Number 2, at Hunter-ZP2HF, which is ZITF. I worked on that. Man, seeing us play great defense makes me so much more upset about Vando probably being out for the season. Honestly, is there even one other player that can do the things and have the defensive impact that Vando has? Because I can't think of any. Sure, guys like Caruso are great, but the impact and just defensive chaos that Vando brings is truly amazing. And there is a reason why he gets the nickname the Vandalorian. There is a reason why there's such a thing as playoff Vando.
Yeah.
And can you tell me, Chase, honestly, that there's been a better defensive identity player all over the court other than Vando? I mean, AD, of course, in the post, but outside of the post, he only gets a few blocks here and there. Vando's getting steal after steal. He's igniting the team. And he knows he can't shoot, so he takes it to the hoop.
Yeah, that is true.
So do you think there's somebody who could play better defense than Vando on the Lakers? Yes, his name is the King.
Yeah.
But
will he? No.
But asking LeBron to play hot defense on a 1?
Yeah, is not. Yeah.
Vando, you could have put on Brunson 1-on-1. We would have never had to double Brunson had Vando been playing. So.
Yeah, Vando's a key part of the defense of the Lakers.
And we may have even doubled with Vando in there. That may have just been the gameplay, but you can, in the clutch, you can put your faith in Vando. So I'm sorry, you can't trade him. Even if he's out for a month, that just puts him back in pre-playoff time. And that's all we need. And now he's kind of rested-ish.
My number 1 is at Stewen Brown 421. We need to stay healthy. I really like that one because Lakers do struggle with staying healthy. It's just a hard thing for them to stay healthy sometimes. AD, 2 years ago, getting injured in the playoffs would throw it. And then a year ago, I forgot who else got injured, would just ruin it. Lakers just don't know how to stay healthy.
Well, LeBron technically was that injury, but he was still playing through it. Had everybody else been playing more elite, it would have been fine. Sutton Brown 421. We just need to stay healthy. Well, let me ask you a question. How do you stay healthy? And Chase alluded to it earlier when he said, when LeBron looks tired and he's not chasing down defenders, pull him out. This is not a one-way game. It's a two-way game. You got to be a two-way player. And if you're tired, even call a timeout. You know, there's time when you can call a timeout, and I'm sure Darvin wouldn't mind. But how, with there's rules being installed against load management, and how do you stay healthy as the Lakers?
As the Lakers, you just got to really, if they're injured, you just got to tell them, okay, just push through it. We really just can't risk this. They can't keep letting their players sit out unless it's a true bad injury they need to sit out on.
I would agree with a lot of people except for D'Angelo. I think when D'Angelo gets hurt, he's just throwing up mothballs. He's throwing tennis balls backwards in the dark.
Oh, I agree with that, and it is true. D'Angelo, when he gets injured, he needs to sit for a little bit. But I'm talking like other players, like AD and a few of them. Sometimes I feel like they're just sitting there, and they're not injured truly. They could play through that injury easily, but they just sit there and just act like, "Oh, I'm injured," and it's like, "No, come on, get out to that court."
I think. Who was this? This was Sutton Brown.
Yeah, Sutton Brown. Yeah.
Sutton Brown.
421.
421. Sutton, let me ask you. Let me verbalize and vocalize for you. What if Kobe was sitting behind the bench in Boston with Gigi, and LeBron and AD weren't dressed? That would have never happened. If Kobe was showing up to the game in Boston, AD and LeBron would have played. You agree, yes or no?
I totally agree on that. That is true. If Kobe was there, LeBron and AD would have gave their hearts out just in that game.
They would have played Boston until they literally fell down and couldn't play anymore, and you got to respect that. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
But that's not what we get anymore. So Sutton is bringing up a really good point indirectly. It's not stay healthy. It's take care of yourself. Manage your body correctly. Got LeBron there. He can help you, obviously. But even Misha Cavey, Misha is the soft tissue specialist at UCLA Health Training Center, where the Lakers headquarters is. Kobe Bryant, he was Kobe Bryant's soft tissue specialist. So they have advantages there to take care of their bodies. And Misha is definitely a great – and Phil Handy. Phil, I'm sure, does not teach you ways to hurt yourself. What a great coaching staff. I still wish Jason Kidd would have stayed. But what I think is it takes a full executive team to keep these people healthy. And Dr. Karazi was the surgeon for years. He's not the surgeon anymore. It's a different guy. And so I'm sure they trust him with their lives. And I could just only imagine. But what I would say is for the Lakers to stay healthy, it's not the on-the-court actions I'm so worried about. I think these guys need to be held to a higher standard, keep themselves in better shape. Because I don't see Max Christie getting gassed.
Yep.
And these young guys should be able to play 10 quarters.
Yeah, they should be able to just go nonstop.
Yeah, but they're playing these AAU 32-game schedules, and that's just not going to fly. So.
Yeah, it's not going to work. It'll come back soon.
Well, there's got to have to be a little shift in the way people play if they're going to play through an injury. Because right now, I don't see anybody playing through injuries.
Yeah, I don't see AD or LeBron doing that, so it's a big thing for me. I want to know why they're sitting out every other 2 games. I want to know that.
Yeah, and now, don't get me wrong. I don't care about Boston Celtic fans. I don't, not one bit. But in this case, I'm going to. Lakers in town, that's probably a $600 to $800 to $1,200 ticket. And AD and LeBron don't play, I'm pissed.
No, yeah, you should be, because it's like I was wanting to see the 2 stars. What if you're a kid that's your first basketball game you're ever going to go to, and you might see LeBron play, and he doesn't? It's like, wow,
There's a quote by Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan said, they asked him why he played so hard every night, and he said, because there's one kid in the crowd that's never seen me play, and I'm playing for him. And Kobe played for competition, and LeBron has the same effect, but LeBron turns it on and off. AD turns it on and off. And until you play this is why in the playoffs last year, AD scored like 20, 30 points in this like short bit. He got it was like 10 points and 4 rebounds and 3 blocks and 2 assists. He did it all in the short amount of time. And he sat down and it was crickets. And then Channing, I forget his name. It's Channing Frye.
I think you have it right.
Big
Don't remember that.
It was this big center. He was dating a Kardashian, and this big center came in. And he just stuck his chest out. And whoever came into him, he's just like, fine, bump into me. I don't care. He played for 3 minutes. He scored like 2 points. When he sat down, crypto went crazy.
Yeah.
It was just amazing. And you just don't see that anymore. And I want to see some heroes. I don't want to see basketball players. I want to see heroes.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I think it comes down to what I'm going to say every time. It's LeBron running this team, not the management running this team.
Not the management, not the coach, not the ownership. Nobody.
Yeah, the only
person that could have controlled LeBron was Magic, and you literally told him to leave.
Yeah.
And Dr. Buss's dying wish was for Magic to run the team. And Jeannie took that away, and I just never. I still don't sit well with it. Maybe it's not popular to talk about, but as a lot of people still, and Rob Pelinka, shout out to Rob.
Yeah.
Best GM in the NBA. to just really turned the whole Laker thing around. And that's not an easy organization to turn around.
Yeah. But I think if the Lakers want to win championships this offseason, you got to get rid of LeBron and AD and get some younger people. Rebuild. I mean, you don't care about the stars. Just rebuild and restart. Get some new stars.
Joe Montana won 4 Super Bowls. They traded him to the Chiefs, or they released him. I forget what happened. I think we released him. But the money that we had as the cap was coming in, the money that we had, that San Francisco 49ers had, they were able to use that money very wisely and get a lot of resources to try and keep it going and help Steve Young get a title. So you've got to use your money correctly. You've got to understand the future. Right now, let go of LeBron, because you can get Bronny and you get LeBron for free, and trade AD while he's still worth something and get a couple of big stars. Yeah,
that's exactly what I want.
I'm saying if the trade comes out that they traded AD for DeJounte,
I wouldn't be surprised. I think that's a great deal.
And got another role player and some money and a draft pick on our side. Although I don't know if the Lakers do great with draft picks, but do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it would be better if you got rid of one of them. I feel that's what should happen. Get rid of one of them. Get rid of
both. And now AD's only got 2 years left on his contract. He's still owed like $130 million, and he's playing at an elite level. So I know they're not going to move him because it's a win now thing for LeBron. But this offseason, you're absolutely right. You need to grab what you can for AD before he breaks next year. Get rid of LeBron's contract and hire Bronny. You get Bron for free.
Yeah.
It just seems so easy. And that's why I'm hoping JSM watches this video and maybe he gets some ideas. But we're the Lake Flow. That's Chase. I'm Mr. South Bay. You call me Benji. Yeah. And this is the Lake Flow. And we're going to talk about more of your comments and watch more videos. And make sure you subscribe to JSM. Watch him on his listen to him on his Discord. Get on his Twitter. It's the place to be.
Yeah. He's a good YouTuber. Great person, too.
See you next time, Chase.
Yep. See you.